Let's take a look at Martin Murphey's song Wildfire. It's going to be in standard tuning in the key of E. We'll play through the introduction and we'll break that down and put it back together. The first grip we're using here is just an E, kind of a modal E, 7th fret A, 9th fret D and G. Open low E and B and E string on top, strum all 6 strings. From there I'm going to drop the G string down a half step by taking my pinky out, putting my middle finger in on the 8th fret of the G string. Everything else stays the same. From here I'm going to an A grip, which is like an F chord moved up to the 5th fret, E and B, 6th fret G, 7th fret D, open A string. I'm going to do kind of a hammer on and pull off with my pinky on the B string, going from 5 to 7 and back to 5. G string, which is going from 6 to 7 and back to 6. That's the idea. And that's the introduction. 4 of those. Let's move on to the verse where we add a few new chords. And I'll use what we just learned and then add to it in the verse. First half of the verse. There's a little turnaround, just like the introduction, basically repeated. Then the second half of the verse, which is just what we looked at. So the new chords we added were an A major 7, and this is what I see Martin Murphey playing. I'm going to suggest maybe a couple of alternative ways to play this chord. But the A major 7 grip, as I see him grab it, is 5th fret low E, first finger, 5th fret B with second finger, 6th fret D and G with pinky and ring, and getting the top E string open, and muting the A string altogether. I'm muting it with my first finger. Just going to get that chord. From there we move to a G sharp minor, barring 4th fret, all 6 strings, 6th fret A, 6th fret D. Using my ring and pinky. Back to the A major 7. Back to the G sharp minor. Down 2 frets to an F sharp minor. Barring everything on 2, 4 of A and D. Back up to G sharp minor. Turnaround. This A major 7 is somewhat awkward to get to, in my opinion. It does seem to be what he's playing, so if you want to play it exactly the best that I can interpret it, how he's playing it, that would be the chord I would use. A couple of variations would be to use, instead of this fretted, just use an open A string. You get the same exact chord, but I think it's much easier. It's an A minor type chord, moved up to the 5th fret of B, 6th fret of D and G. Again, an A minor look on the 5th and 6th frets. So then you've got which would be the way I would play it. Another way that I might play it occasionally would be this: A major 7. It's a really pretty chord. 4th fret E, 5th fret B, 6th fret G, 7th fret D, and again open A string. So that chord was like this. Let's go back to the A minor type shape. So a couple of ideas there. When I'm playing these minor chords, sometimes I'll take my middle finger and also hit it against my first finger for some added strength or pressure. So that's sort of a technique that you might work on if you don't already do it. Just laying the second finger on top of the first. That's the verse. That brings us to the chorus, which uses the same exact chords. We just add one more. Again, Martin Murphey plays it with this chord. Do this 3 times. I'm going to use the grip I like. One more time. So again, the chorus is basically an A major 7 to a G sharp minor again, and then kind of a quick one here. F sharp minor, B, and then back to the intro. So the B grip is just 2nd fret A, 4th fret D, G, and B. Not playing either E string. And then back. Could use a B7. Just like the B a little better. So the chorus once again, and I'll use all 3 types of grips to give you those 3 A major 7 ideas on the chorus. On the end of the song, it's going to do that twice, but it's always going to go to that B chord. On Wildfire. So always it's that B, and then it just turns it back around. Let me show you one alternative way to play the song if you feel uncomfortable up the neck with the bar grips. Real quickly, then we'll finish up. Since it's in E, we could use a standard E chord to an E major 7. Down here. Not totally capturing the voicings of the original, but playing it in the original key without using some bars. E grip, E major 7, 2nd fret A, 1st fret D and G. You can still get all 6 strings. And for my A major 7, I'm just going to play this: 2nd fret D, 1st fret G, 2nd fret B, open A and E string. So we got this. Works really nice, especially if you had 2 guys playing, maybe as an acoustic set, or you just wanted a different voicing where those grips felt better to you. To substitute for the G sharp and the F sharp minor, I would just use this: 4th fret G, 6th fret A and D string, getting A through E, kind of staying away from my low E string. That'd be my G sharp minor. I'd move it down 2 frets for my F sharp minor. So altogether, this would be an idea of the verse. that's another idea. And if you want to just use an A major on that, you could too as well on the verse. So reviewing quickly, E to E major 7, this A grip, and then our A major 7s we looked at were the kind of the original. My suggestion for the same chord grip, another variation here, or even down here in first position. Great song, great acoustic song. What I like about it is it's a good song with just one guitar player and a singer, or it's great with a band. So thanks for watching the video.